So for the next patch, 10.1, there's going to be these Fyrakk assaults. And we'll be able to do them and get some good shit out of them, too. So let's see what these assaults are all about. I haven't really looked into them that much. I'm not quite sure what they're going to be about. But evidently, they're probably just like the elemental storms and other things that we've gotten in the game. But let's see. MrGM does a little bit of a dive here into them. And gives us the details on what these Fyrakk assaults are all about in 10.1.
Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about Fyrakk Assaults, which is a brand new piece of world content in patch 10.1 Embers of Neltharion. And in this video we're going to go through everything you need to know about this new system, about this new outdoor world content.
There he is. Look at, holy crap, he is massive.
In Season 2 of Dragonflight. But before we jump into that, guys, just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me
the MrGM Twitch channel.
Dragonflight PTR.
A follower of the Samiccus channel.
Twitch.tv/MrGM every single day.
Just saying, we've made it, boys.
Yes, Fyrakk Assaults are coming in patch 10.1. This is a brand new piece of world content which is happening on the regular Dragon Isles, not in the Zaralak Cavern. This is actually going to be something new happening over on the regular Dragon Isles in patch 10.1, which is really nice. So it's worth noting that the current Elemental Storm events which are happening in 10.0 are still going to continue to happen in 10.1.
Oh wow, so we're going to have both events going out at the same time?
So the Fyrakk Assaults are similar to previous Assault content, namely the one in the Maw, if you remember that one with the Covenants, where you'd have a different Covenant.
The Maw, I don't know about that
It's
place.
kind of similar to that in a sense, but obviously there
What's
is some
the Maw? I've never been there.
So as of right now in the PTR, it doesn't look like it has a time. It looks like it is going to be up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But again, PTR be PTRing, no doubt that's going to change. Kind of waiting on an official post about it, just to give some confirmation on that. But the rewards do look like they are just going to be weekly, so you do it once, and that's kind of it for the week at least.
Oh,
so
the
it's
like a world boss, going to be a weekly
event.
Will
invade different zones in the Dragon Isles, namely the Azure Span and the Onaran Plains. There's going to be an icon on the map when these assaults are happening. It's a really cool little logo, so yeah, it's pretty obvious that you'll see it, exactly the location that it's at. There'll also be a world quest as well, which will be available, again, a weekly world quest that does award some flight stones and some of the brand new upgradable gear of patch 10.1. So once you fly over to the area where the assault is happening, you'll see that the area has now changed. There'll be fire everywhere, there'll be Jarden NPCs, there'll be dragons, there'll be shadow flame everywhere, and portals, and all sorts of craziness, and the skybox will have changed, so it's definitely kind of cool.
Oh wow, the skybox,
to go into
that's
those
a pretty cool event.
And see the differences in the zone. So once you get in there, you'll also see a bunch of brand new quests. These quests do reward reputation depending on the area that you're in. If you're in the Onaran Plains, obviously you're going to get reputation with the Centaur, and if you're in the Azure Span, you're going to get reputation.
I need more Azure Span rep.
So these quests are pretty simple. They're just to kill some Jarden NPCs or close portals or random things like that.
Jarden. We have killed
too complicated.
We have created essentially a genocide of the Jarden. We have done nothing but completely wipe the floor with them since we got to the Dragon Isles. I don't even know how they still have a population left. Like all the Rathian / Sibelian shit that we did early on. We destroyed that entire area. There's a dungeon where we kill them nonstop. That's going to be part of this Mythic Plus rotation. And now these events, my God. Desjardins, it's a Desjardins, what's it called? Annihilation.
As mentioned, these quests do reward reputation, but they also do reward
These guys
Dragon
are
Isle
just getting
supplies.
slaughtered by
Didn't look like
us.
they're rewarding anything else, but again, it could be something just part of the PTR right now.
They're
There'll
about to
also
go
be
extinct.
kind of an overarching quest, be it a world quest or just a regular quest that you pick up. Didn't look like either one was up at the same time. Maybe you just do that kind of first quest, and that unlocks the world quest. Either way, the requirement for this quest is to open the Suffusion Crucible. So this is going to be kind of your overarching thing that you're going to be doing in the zone while you're there doing the regular quests. So the way that this works is pretty simple. Looting NPCs in the zone will have a chance to drop wards of Igara. So 5 wards of Igara can be handed in to create wards of Fyrakk. Now, wards of Fyrakk can also drop from elites in the zone as well, but to kind of create these wards of Fyrakk, as mentioned, you need 5 wards of Igara. And once you have 5 wards of Fyrakk, you can hand those in to the Suffusion.
So 5 wards of Fyrakk, 5 wards of Igara makes a ward of Fyrakk. You need 5 of the... Jesus Christ, Blizzard and their currencies. So technically, you need 25 wards of Igara if you're going to use them all to make wards of Fyrakk. There we go, mathing the math.
Mold to summon a Forge Master boss and get an Ever-Burning Key. Obtaining the Ever-Burning Key and killing the Forge Master will complete the world quest, which will reward Flight Stones, which is like a new currency, kind of like Valor in 10.1, and potentially
another currency. Okay, you get Flight Stones then. This is World... It's not World of Warcraft, it's World of Currencies. That's really what this game has become.
Actually, some 411 item level gear, but it is RNG
411,
in
not
regards to
bad.
whether or not gear will be on the world quest. So I have to keep an eye.
Someone mentioned yesterday talking about, oh, I want to make an alt, but I'm not sure about ketchup. Oh my god, there is so much ketchup in this expansion. I mean, they might as well have called it, Dragonflight: The Return of Heinz. There's literally millions of catch-up mechanics. You will never run out of catch-up mechanics in Dragonflight, and now it looks like this one's another one. 411 pieces of gear for free, essentially just for coming here and doing this shit.
Eye out for that.
You
So
can
also in this
easily
area
gear
is
out
a supply chest.
very
Getting
quickly.
3 ever-burning keys can allow you to open it. This can be opened
The most
once a week, and
alt-friendly
again,
expansion
we'll
ever.
have potentially some gear inside it. This can be done simply by killing NPCs. You don't need to have the world quest up or the regular quest in your log. The NPCs in that area will just drop the wards of Vigara nonetheless, or the wards of Fyrakk, and you can just repeat the process over again. Also, you'll notice that there is a bar at the top of the screen. This is where the really interesting and fun part of this event happens. So this is Fyrakk's Fury. So killing elite NPCs in this area will increase Fyrakk's Fury. This will happen if there's a bunch of people in the zone. We'll obviously be killing elites and things like that, and that'll increase the bar. Once the bar hits 100, Fyrakk will turn up. So you'll see a little icon on the map of Fyrakk coming closer and closer to the camp.
Oh, shit.
You can go and fly up to him. It's really awesome. Like, it's such a great visual
really cool.
of this huge fiery orb around him, burning everything in its path as he makes his way to the
I'm guessing
camp.
if you touch the orb, you
Getting
die.
in this fire will also give you the achievement, Still Standing in the Fire. So if you want to get that, you can grab that just by getting kind of burned and killed by Fyrakk. He definitely hits very hard, so you want to avoid
He laughs.
that. Once he gets to the camp, he will drop off one of his minions.
The NPC laughs
and then
at
you
you if
kill
you do
that
that.
minion. This is kind of the weekly boss of this area, so you definitely want to do that. This minion will drop an item which starts a quest. Handing in this quest will give you a Drake's Shadow Flame Crest, which is actually an optional reagent to create item level 411 to 424 crafted gear. So definitely
Holy
worth killing the
crap.
boss at least once a week just to get that awesome Shadow Flame Crest. That's also used to upgrade items through the new upgrade
424?
system. So yeah, very important to kill that at least once a week. The boss also has a chance to drop item level 411 gear. There are brand new sets for every
Another piece of 411 gear. What's the current highest item level crafted gear there is? I can get in the game right now because I know my amulet that I have is at the current highest item level. But what's the highest item level piece of crafted gear you can have? Because that new item will take it to 425. 418? Okay. So now it's going to go up to 425 with this. We're all going to have to do these assaults then to do that.
These look
We all got to
absolutely
upgrade our
awesome.
amulets.
So this is the cloth one. This is the leather one. This is the
Oh,
mail
man,
set,
these are
which I
nice.
actually
We
really
reviewed
like
these.
as a mail set. I'm really surprised.
The plate
this
one's
is the
pretty
plate
nice.
set.
Yeah.
This is recolored a couple of times in different things in patch 10.1.
Really badass.
This is the kind of red and gold variant of this item set. It does come up on the sets tab as well if you're interested in collecting and being a completionist.
So there's
with that. Even if the gear's not relevant, the transmog
411 gear to be had. 425 upgrade item for your crafted gear, plus all of this transmog that's going to be had. I mean, these Fyrakk assaults once a week, you're going to do them. We're all going to do
It's
them.
definitely worth grabbing.
There's like 50
there is also
reasons to do
weapons
them now.
as well, which are available in this color palette. So as I said, this transmog, these 411 pieces, these 405 pieces as well, it looks like it's very varied. Can drop from the world quest. Some of the elites actually drop some of these as well. The ever-burning chest, and of course the weekly kind of boss minion of Fyrakk. But that's essentially the system. It sounds really complicated, but it's really not. The really kind of TLDR, the long short of it, is that you go over there, you do a bunch of quests, you kill some...
Get a bunch of shit to make a currency, to open a chest, 411 piece of gear. Fill up the bar for Fyrakk to come, kill the guy that comes, 411 piece of gear. 420 and 425 upgradable item for your crafted gear.
NPCs, you put some items together and open a chest weekly, kill a boss weekly, and you have a good time doing it. On the PTR, there's not a ton of people doing it, so you don't get a real world kind of situation of this. I think once
this will be
people are
packed
there,
with
there's gonna be
people,
a ton of
especially the
people
first
there.
couple weeks.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be
So
fun.
I'm looking forward to that. As mentioned, this
We'll
does
be
come
doing
out
this.
in
We'll
Season
do this
2
for
of
sure.
Dragonflight, so on May 9th,
stream.
not on May 2nd with the launch of the patch, so you will have to wait an extra week for the season to begin. So then you can
Okay, so
start
this
getting
doesn't
some
start
new
till May
outdoor
9th.
world content up to item level 411, which I think is the equivalent of like a Mythic 8 or something like that in Season 2. So pretty decent.
Yeah,
Definitely,
very
worth
decent.
doing for sure. And of course, you'll be getting gear from Zeralak Cavern and things like that if you are an outside world content player. But overall, yeah, if you're doing Mythic Plus and things like that, this might not be relevant for you. But it is worth doing at least once a week just for the transmog and just
For
a little
sure.
good time to
Yeah,
do
the transmog's
something
gonna be
out
great
in
for
the
it.
regular Dragon Isles, which is really nice to see them actually like continuing to develop that zone and not just kind of abandoning it like they have done in previous expansions, where you have a new zone and everything fun is happening over there and nothing's happening in the previous zone. So it is really cool to see that, and it is currently in 2 zones as of 10.1. So yeah, the Azure Span and the Yonaran Plains. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, there you go, guys. That is the Fyrakk Assault of patch 10.1.
Nice.
Let me know down below what you think of this brand new system.
These things look cool.
Again,
Visually, they
very
look
similar
cool
to
too.
something
The
we've seen with
skybox
Morn
changes,
and
Fyrakk
whatnot,
flying over
back
the
in
entire
Battlefield 5, I
zone.
think they had a similar system as well. But it's just another
And I
level
can get
on that,
more
and I think it's
Azure
fine.
Span rep.
It's just something to do on top of all of your regular content of Season 2, on top of the new zone and everything like that. So
Yeah, there's a
pretty
ton of
cool,
content
pretty
in this
great.
patch.
So that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe if you haven't already.
Of course
if you'd
I'm
like to support me
subscribed. Come
outside
on,
of
Mr.
YouTube,
G.
I also have a Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a Discord channel as well.
Very nice.
And as mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream
What's up, Camp
Warcraft,
Shady?
Dragonflight PTR, Rapid Classic, and more, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM.
Yes, maybe we'll
every
raid him
single
today.
day.
We've done it many
And with
times.
that, guys, I'll see you next time.
Very cool. And his outro music's great. It's not Talador, but it's great.